He was standing one step away from a fortune. A real one. The kind that could buy a house, clear debt, and change a family name forever. The men who offered it smiled like it was nothing. "Sign this," he said. "Keep quiet, and the money is yours." The paper was simple. Too simple. One signature. One lie. One fortune. And for a moment, Daniel did not speak. Because he had never seen that much money offered so casually. But then he looked at the paper again. It was not just a contract. It was a trap with a clean face. Daniel was 34. He worked at a small transport office near the edge of the city. Not as a boss. Not as a manager. Just a man who checked records, signed papers, and kept things moving. He was tired most days. His wife had been sick for months. His son needed school fees. His mother still lived in a one-room place with a roof that leaked when the rain came hard. So when the company director called him into the office one afternoon, Daniel thought he was being punished. Instead, the man pushed a paper across the desk and said, "Just sign. No one will know." The paper would hide a mistake. A very expensive mistake. If Daniel signed it, the company would cover the loss. The director would keep his job. Daniel would get cash in an envelope and a promise of more later. A fortune, wrapped in silence. Daniel stared at the paper. Then he asked one question. "If no one will know, why do you need me?" The director smiled, but it was not a warm smile. "Because your name looks clean," he said. That was the moment Daniel understood. They did not want his help. They wanted his face on their lie. He stood up slowly. The director frowned. "Sit down." Daniel didn't. The room grew quiet. Outside, people kept walking. Phones kept ringing. Life kept moving. But inside that office, something small and dangerous had just died. Daniel said, "I won't sign." The director looked almost offended. "Do you know what you're walking away from?" Daniel did. Money. Security. A better life. Maybe even the future. And still, he said, "Yes." Then he walked out. The first people who heard the story called him foolish. His cousin called him foolish. His friend called him foolish. Even his wife, after the shock passed, asked him the question quietly. What if this was the chance we needed? Daniel had no big answer. Only this. If I build our life on a lie, what happens when the lie breaks? His wife did not answer. But she did not argue again. 2 weeks later, the company's missing money was exposed. Not by Daniel. By the very paper he had refused to sign. The director was removed. The matter went public. And then something strange happened. A senior accountant from another branch asked to meet Daniel. She had heard what he did. She had seen the paper. And she said, "People like you are rare." She offered him a job. A real one. A clean one. Not because he was loud. Not because he was connected. But because he could be trusted when money was on the table. Years later, Daniel still thinks about that day. He still remembers the envelope. Still remembers the trembling in his hand. Still remembers how close he came to choosing the easy road. But he also remembers the look on the director's face when he said no. Not anger. Surprise. Because some people expect honesty from children. From the poor. From the weak. But they do not expect it when the amount is large. That is why the title of this story matters. He walked away from a fortune. And nobody called him foolish twice. Because after that day, they knew something else. He was not the kind of man you could buy. If this story stayed with you, subscribe to Tales for Thought. And tonight, ask yourself one honest question. What would you refuse, if it meant protecting your name?